I feel like you can never get enough of learning about identity. Like I said, every day it's something new. You may feel like you've conquered something in one season, and in another season, you could possibly feel defeated. And so you can come to the vault, and get that inspiration, that motivation that you need.
Real talk, real.
Welcome. To another episode of the Real Talk, Real Change podcast. If this is your first time here, be happy about it, because it's going to be
your
good.
Last.
Right. It would not be your last. And if you've been here rocking with us for a while, I am so happy you decided to come back. Yes. I have with me no stranger to this platform, Miss Shamia Lee.
It's me again. They're probably like, okay, now we've been seeing you a lot.
She would make an awesome co-host. I'm just saying. I just thought I'd put it out there. So anyway,
thank you.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here today. Like literally, when the Lord said, Shamia, I was like, I'm not going to argue with that. Like, who am I to argue with what God said, right? But yeah, so I'm so happy.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Yes, I'm so happy for you to come back. So just tell us a little bit something, not necessarily for those who've been here before, but for those who have not.
Yeah.
Tell them a little something about yourself.
Well, my name is Shamia Lee. I love to say that I'm a mom of 3, wife of 1. And I am just really excited to be here. I'm excited that you're here because it's not coincidence or accident. And one thing I know, I tell Tanya, first of all, I know the intro song, okay? Sometimes I wake up and it's in my head. It's really in my head. I literally, no lie. I was cleaning my towels the other day and I was putting the towels back in the bathroom. I found myself, and I like country music. My family laughs at me that they say, I'll take a rap song and I'll make it country. I'll take a gospel song and I'm singing it country. I'm like, why you sing everything country? So your song got a little country twang to it. And I'm sitting there for myself, I'm like, real talk, real change. I said, I got to tell her, I'm always singing that song. That's really catchy. But I love your podcast. I love your movement. I love your vision. I love everything God has placed in your heart to do. And I'm so excited about the many women and men, just the people who will receive healing, will receive encouragement, will receive change as a result of your obedience. So thank you for allowing me to be here.
Thank you so much. And I really appreciate it. I think we vibe really well together. Yeah. And our audience, or whoever's listening right now, is really going to be blessed because we just talk about things. We just talk about things. And it's funny because when I first started this podcast, and I know we talked about it a couple episodes ago, I was really very hesitant to start the podcast at first because, like, you want me to tell everything? That's what I was afraid of. But now it's like it happened to me, for me. So not that it had to, but the things did that I experienced. And so it's okay.
It's like liberating.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I know you more than they know you. And I can say every time I see a new episode drop, I learn more and more about you, the way you think, the way you process things. And I think it's so good. And I think that's the part about life when God tells us to do something. It's such a selfless act because you could just keep it to yourself and grow on your own, but you're sharing your experience and you're helping others who may not have the voice or may not know how to process what they're feeling or what to do with those feelings. So I think it's a beautiful thing. I think we're in a podcast movement, and I love that you've entered into the space, and there's a group of people that are called to your voice. and they resonate with your voice. And I know that God can trust you with them because I personally know you. So I'm excited you said yes.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And the thing about it is, I don't think a lot of people realize that the episodes minister to me first.
Mm-hmm.
So I do all my crying, I do all my thought processing before I even get in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning and growing as well.
Now, when you said that, I was going to ask you, is that how you develop your, I guess, episodes and the title or where you're going to go? Like, I know we're going to talk about the 6-part series that's coming. Is that how it happens for you? Is it like very organic where you're processing something and you're like, oh, I may need to talk about that because maybe someone else is dealing with that?
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of retrospective thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And so I process a lot of things after the fact. And sometimes when I'm thinking or I'm being creative, and most times, literally, it's 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
What is up with this 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning thing?
I know it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've just literally gotten to the point where it's like, okay, Lord, I'm awake. So, let's do this. So, but yeah, and that's where the process of talking about identity started. And then when we move from identity, we're going to move into a new era where we'll be talking about becoming her.
I love that. Oh, that was
becoming
great.
her.
That was a great segue.
Yeah, I didn't even. It just happened. It just happened. But you know what is so crazy? It's God.
Yeah.
My eyes have been so open to see him in almost everything.
Yeah.
Just in how he has gotten me to the point where I can literally think about the painful things that happened, but not allow it to steal my joy.
Yeah.
And so it's a movement.
Mm-hmm. I think once you, and I can speak for myself, but I think once you surrender your identity to Christ, that's how you are able to hear so crystal clearly. And then it's almost like a practice or like a learned behavior. You've learned to be obedient, that every time you're getting a new instruction, whether it be something so small as the episode title.
Yeah.
But once it's almost like a practice. You keep practicing being obedient when you hear his voice. It just becomes easier and easier and easier. And that's when I think success happens. It's just a series of events that you have been obedient and said yes, that you turn around, you're like, wow, I'm successful.
Yeah.
And successful looks different for everyone.
Everybody.
It's
right.
not always like financial or having 1,000 episodes or becoming an influencer or anything like that, because we all identify success differently. But I'm just saying, once you are obedient, time after time after time, you become successful.
And it's funny because when you were saying that, the first thing I thought of is a child in their infancy. Immediately when a baby comes out, they don't necessarily know their parent's voice.
Yeah.
It becomes learned. And that's how we have to be with God. It becomes learned. When I hear from God, it doesn't always sound the same way.
Yeah.
It could sound like a person. It could sound like, well, I can identify with different people that the voice may sound like. But the one thing that is consistent is it's always going to be backed up by the word.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I remember being a babe in Christ and just like, people say they hear God. How they hear God? And you think it's something mystical or spooky or whatever. And it's not like that. I think one episode you and I did before, I said I often hear him in a song because I love praise and worship. It's like, I don't want to be late for church. I need my praise and worship. It's like service is not the same without praise and worship, because I often get revelation through praise and worship.
It's interesting when you said, hearing God's voice. I remember wanting to hear God's voice so bad. And this was years ago. I think I was probably 22 or 23, and I was at a church back in Philadelphia, and right before service, like you said, we would get there early. It was George, myself, and Nyla. She was a baby at the time, and they would have prayer before service. And this lady would always like, I heard God say, and she would say something. I'm like, I never heard God. I want to hear God. And I'm just like, is there like a book? Or like, is there like a manual? Like, this is how you hear God. Like, I needed somebody to tell me and teach me. And I'm happy to say now I know how to hear God. But it's so funny because you're right. It's not always the same. Like, sometimes when God talks to me, it's like the big sister that's like, girl, get your life. Like, he talks to me sometimes very rudely, but I can handle that. He knows I can handle it. And then sometimes it'll be someone says something and you hear it like, oh, it could be a question I have lingering that I may not even have verbalized or asked God, but it's in my mind. And then I hear somebody say something. I'm like, that is my answer. And they're looking like, what just happened? I'm like, you don't just don't even realize. Yeah. Yes. I just heard something. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. Or a correction. Like someone can correct you in something. It could be something as little as, hey, be patient about something in the moment. But I'm hearing God like, be patient.
Right.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a lovely thing.
Really, really good. It is. It really is. And so that's why, we talk about consistently. And I know for some people, they're like, how long is she going to stay on this subject of identity? As long as it takes.
Yeah.
As long as it takes, because we never sit down. It's not like eating dinner, and you just have one meal and you have some of each course. But with God, it's little by little. And so you take the bits and pieces and then eventually you see the whole thing come together and you experience him. And it's like, whoa. That is amazing. I mean, just this morning, I had something happen. I called one of my best friends and I said, hey, I need you to do a favor for me. But before I even got to that part, when I called her, she was like, oh my God, I was just getting ready to pick up my phone and call you.
Oh, wow.
And I asked her, I said, well, I need you to handle a transaction for me, a financial transaction. And she was like, you wouldn't believe I was getting ready to go to the bank and take that same amount out.
Wow.
The exact same amount. Like, who does that?
You're like, so I know you're going to say yes.
Yes. Yeah, because it just really freed me up so I could do some other things. But nevertheless, it's just so amazing because it's just like you and I have learned from our ministry is that God is the only one in your tomorrow today. So he already prearranged that situation to happen, which worked out for the both of us.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love it. I get so giddy about it. I get so giddy about how he has been able to come in and literally transform my life.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, so for me, just for context, this process of learning my identity really started specifically in about 2016. It has literally taken me that long. Now, for some people, it may not take you that long. You may surrender a lot easier than I did.
Sound like there was a struggle.
Like, yes. But to think about where I am now and the concept of God being a redeemer of time, I don't feel like I lost anything.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about what the future holds.
Yeah, even more.
Yeah. And it's just that just really freed me because I lived for so long thinking, I hit 50 now. So, what am I going to do? It's, I was thinking for a period of time that it's like over. God can't do anything with my life.
Yeah.
But that was so untrue. And I think a lot of us may feel that way. And you don't even have to be 50. You could just be like, I have no purpose. I don't know who I am. I don't think God has anything for me. He certainly hadn't showed me yet. But the more we surrender, the more we see that God's hand was on us all the
along.
time.
Yeah. And I think identity, you can't really get tired of learning about identity, because I feel like every day we start all over again. Like, you have a great day. I've had days where I've had a great day where I feel courageous. I feel bold. I got this. Like, well, you can't tell me nothing. I got this. The next day I'm like, oh Lord, please. How long? How long?
It's like that song from Fighting Temptations. It was like, today I woke up on top of the world, and then the world's on top of me. It's like, I don't know. But yeah, we're always growing in our identity, and we go through these ebbs and flows, So it's really good to always have those reminders, or, to hear something that says, ooh, okay, I didn't think about that. I forgot about that, to kind of reflect and get us back on track. So yeah. Yeah.
So this is a great segue into what's coming. So let us all know what you got stirring up in the pot.
Yes. Yes. So I don't know if I should tell y'all too much.
You got to definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, you got to stay tuned, because we have a 6-part series coming up that starts on the 18th of December.
Awesome.
Yeah. And we have a professional lineup for the people.
I saw that lineup.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a knocking out the park one.
Yes. So you'll be hearing voices of a prophetess. You'll be hearing a voice of 2 life coaches, 2 pastors, one of the male persuasion.
That's a good one.
That's going to be good. That's going to be good. But he'll be kind of talking a little bit more about God's perspective of the importance of knowing our identity as a woman in the body of Christ.
Man, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's going to be real good. I thought I'd just give y'all a little bit extra. Just a little extra. Just a little extra. Yeah. So it's going to be amazing. It's already started to be impactful. So, yeah. And of course, the enemy doesn't like it. So he already tried to. He thought. Yeah. He thought he was.
That's what he does. Yeah. But I'm excited about all the transformation that happens. I am always in the comments. So I'm a comment reader. I know if you're a comment reader, comment in the comments that you're a comment reader. I will look at a video and then go right to the comments. And I can find my people in the comments. Like, I felt that too. But the people are really excited and are really feeling the transformation as they are viewing the podcast, which I love. And I know all those individuals that you have for the 6-part series is going to be a blessing to everyone who views it. And I love the different vantage points that everyone's going to be coming from.
Yeah.
We're so used to maybe only hearing from a therapist, or maybe only hearing from a life coach, or maybe only hearing from a pastor. But then when you start bringing in all these different industries and we tackle it from all these different vantage points, sometimes it brings this aha moment that people have been waiting for, and it just something clicks.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I see that, or I got that, or okay, I need to work on that. And so that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Hey sis, before I let you go, I want to help you not just hear encouragement, but begin to live it on purpose. That's why I created the Lux Life Planner, a one-stop, all-in-one space to organize your life, protect your peace, and become who God called you to be. It is a yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily planner all in one place, where your vision board, your goals, your prayers, your water tracking, your habits, your budget, and your schedule can finally live together instead of scattered in 5 different notebooks and apps. Because, sis, you're not scattered, you're becoming focused. And additionally, the Becoming Her calendars, you have got to see how gorgeous these absolutely are. The Becoming Her fashion and purpose calendar gives you monthly wardrobe inspiration, elegant lifestyle planning, and space to reflect on how you're showing up as her. The graceful, confident, purposeful woman you're becoming. And the Becoming Her spiritual identity calendar goes even deeper with monthly affirmations, scriptures, identity reminders, and space to write your intentions, your prayers, and your goals every single month. I'm telling you, these tools aren't just paper, they are reminders, they are anchors. They are transformation in written form. How much better can we get than that? They help you live intentionally, dress intentionally, pray intentionally, show up intentionally, and become intentionally. So if you're ready to stop just hoping for change and start living as the woman you're becoming, you can find them now on my Etsy shop. The link will be provided in the show notes below. Just search for Real Talk, Real Change, or click the link in my bio. Now, sis, let's become her on purpose. I just knew when I got the revelation, I was like, it was breathtaking. It was like, oh my God, and how is this going to work and how is it going to flow? And even until last week, I was at the ministry and I heard Holy Spirit say, that's who right there. And I was like, okay, because I was thinking somebody else.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's the person.
Yeah.
So it's just so exciting to me to think about all the lives that will be impacted. Like this video and the audio will probably be available for God knows how long. And so even for people who I may never know, may never see or hear from, but to know how their lives would be impacted because of the experience. I mean, I think about how I'm sitting here talking now. And if you saw episode 1,
that's growth.
Yes, it's growth.
But you're creating a vault. It's like a vault. And you're creating, like you said, for all those people who you may not ever encounter, but they'll encounter you. It's a vault. And it's here forever. People can always tap in. And so all the many videos that you've recorded that were God inspired, if it's God inspired, it's the provision He's already provided for somebody who needs to hear that, someone who needs to experience that. So you're just being obedient, creating a vault.
Yeah.
That's really what you're doing.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Wow. A vault. We have a vault, y'all.
You can have a library or a vault.
Yeah.
We like a vault.
Yeah, we like a vault. Vault's protected. Yeah, that's good.
That was a good one.
That is a good
one.
I like that. Yeah. So I'm telling you, it's just, if you don't already have your antennas up, I'm telling you now, increase your expectation.
That's good.
Yeah. Because anytime that you go to a conference or you hear a speaker or you have an opportunity to go to ministry and get a word, go with expectation.
Yeah.
Because that changes how you receive. It changes
And let
how
your
you
guard
receive.
down. Not like let your guard down in the I don't know how I want to say this, but basically be sensitive enough to receive. Sometimes we can like put our guard up because maybe we don't know someone or we don't know if they're going to hit our personal hot topic or buttons, but open yourself to receive because you just would be surprised what you will receive that you didn't properly expect.
Yeah.
You know, you might be like, oh, a pastor, I heard plenty of pastors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a pastor is a shepherd. And when I view a pastor that's walking upright before God, when I view that type of pastor as a shepherd, then I can come under them and trust that they hear from God and what they have to say is God inspired and God is speaking directly to me. It's almost like I don't even see them anymore.
Right.
I don't even hear them anymore.
Yeah.
It's almost like you hear people will say, oh, you gotta be self-aware. You just have to be self-aware. And it's true because when you're self-aware and you hear your topic, you're like, yeah, I need to work on my attitude because when they was late with my french fries the other day, I was just about to explode on somebody. It's like we have to be self-aware and know that it's okay if we find ourselves identified in what's being shared. Okay, I'm identified. What am I taking away from this?
Yeah.
And so, like you just said, like come with expectation, great expectation. Like, okay, God, I'm going to tune in and I'm expecting you to speak directly to me.
Yeah, give me exactly what I need.
Yeah.
And oftentimes when I'm praying for service for the people that attend, that's my desire. And it sounds simple, it sounds repetitive, but it's the truth. Like, don't allow one person to leave the same way that they came. That each and every individual person, God's word is universal. So it can be said one way, but touch the hearts and mind of every person differently.
Yeah.
In however it is that they need it. And that's what's going to be so amazing about these 6 episodes.
It's like after every service, we talk to our children and we'll say, what's one thing you got out of today? Just one thing. Because sometimes I think when we think of impact, it seems like something enormous. And so if you feel like you walked away and you didn't feel like something enormous took place, then you weren't impacted. You were. What's one thing you walked away with? And sometimes when you find that one thing you walked away with, okay, what is one thing I'm going to do this week that I can exercise what I just learned? Sometimes we just got to break it down into bite-sized pieces. Like, it doesn't always have to be so over the top.
So grandiose.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be that. Like, what's one thing? Like, even today, we are sharing and getting excited about the 6-part series. But even in today's conversation, there's something that you are walking away with that you say, okay, I need to start working on that. I know I've been hearing God tell me about that one. I need to stop playing around with that one there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. And our pastor often says a comment about our expectation. And it's something like, your expectation will not be denied. Like, whatever you go expecting.
I'm drawing a blank, but I'll pull it up.
Whatever you go expecting, like, and you just go with this no holds barred. I want everything God has for me.
Oh, you just gave me a great example for that. I just learned something. I'm about to put y'all on game.
Oh,
I was in a supermarket maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was a lady in front of me, and they're ringing up her items. Now it's time for her to pay, and she is just, oh my gosh, she's patty caking everywhere. And she's looking, and the cash register attendant, she's just like sitting there, and I'm like, is it like something going on? Like, what's happening? I'm on my phone doing something, but I'm also like, okay, this is long. What's happening here? So then I'm like, okay, God, am I supposed to take care of her groceries for her? And Holy Spirit was like, no, you're not. Okay, all right. I'm my business back to them. Okay, but this is taking really long.
Mhm.
And then they trying to figure it out. Then the lady like, okay, let's move yourself to the side. Let's just, because the line is building up. Let's clear the line. So the lady, rings my stuff up and I leave. Well, I'm back in that same supermarket earlier this week, or last week rather. And I'm talking to one of the cashiers that I really know. And I'm telling her, we're just talking, casual talk. They got rid of like the self-checkout lines.
Mhm.
And I was like, why'd you guys get rid of it? She's like, people still up here, child. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I was just here not too long ago. It was the lady in front of us and it was kind of odd. She was doing a lot. And she said, oh, that's a new scam. She said, that's a new scam. She said, they get in line and they expect the person behind them to pay for their groceries. I said, so you like leave your home, you come here, you ride around with a cart, you put items in the cart with great expectation that I'm going to get in line and somebody with a generous heart will pay for these items. So that's what you were talking about. And that's what came to me like, oh, that's great expectation. I'm like, that's some boldness.
Yeah.
You really shopper. And if that's you,
bold.
don't get in front of me.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it.
That's
but
because we know how to hear from God.
Yes. Because my heart is like, let me just pay for it.
Right.
So she could go
right.
and get out of here.
We do. Right.
The Holy Spirit said no.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I learned 2 weeks later that it's actually a scam, I said, and I told her, I said, I was asking God, like, should I just pay for her groceries? And he said, no. She said, no, that's a scam, girl. That's a new thing. I was like, oh, wow. But that's great. But that's some boldness right there.
That is bold.
Like you walk around this whole store and you really are putting items in it.
Yeah.
You're putting meals together.
Yeah.
And you're in great expectation that someone will take care of me.
Yeah.
I said, oh, wow.
Oh.
But we got to be like that with God.
We do.
Like, okay, put this on board. Put this on board. Okay, God, you told me to do this. You told me to go here. And I'm expecting you to provide for me.
Yeah.
We got to be just like that scam shopper.
To be. Yep. Yeah. Boldness in a good way. But that is, wow, I hadn't heard of that.
Yeah.
They can get rid of the self-checkout as far as I'm concerned anyway.
Really? Oh, I prefer self-checkout. I want to go.
Like,
I hate a line. I'm like, oh my gosh, hurry up. Why are we taking so long?
I know. I don't particularly care for it either, but I also didn't sign up to work there. So
well, they have job security. Every time they take out that self-checkout, somebody's job has just been saved.
I know when I first started seeing it, I was like, I didn't sign up to work at Walmart. Well, I want to ring up a handbag.
This is DIY.
Right,
do it yourself.
I was not crazy about the idea. Now, there are times when it really comes in handy when you just got to run through real quick. But so many places have so many issues now. It's not like it's easy.
Yeah.
No. But I have some questions here. So we got a few minutes.
Okay.
And maybe this will kind of like stir the pot so we can.
I think it's been stirred.
Look at some other little things that we might not have talked about. So we already talked about this. Why should new listeners join us on this journey? We talked about that. Y'all gotta come.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be good. And it's gonna be good for you. And guess what? It's gonna be something for everybody.
There's always something in it for me.
Always.
Always.
It's always something in it for me because I watch every episode. And I used to not like my voice
Same.
recorded. But now I listen with expectation. One, because I'm always looking for how I can grow, how I can be better, how I can do better. Because when I am better, then I can provide better quality for the listener or viewer on the other end.
I think the title of your podcast says it all. Real talk, real change. And real change comes from real talk, right? This is very organic, very authentic conversation where you're not holding back, right? It's not even scripted. This is not scripted at all.
At all.
And so because it's real talk, it does bring about real change. We're being honest and authentic with ourselves and the viewers, because the viewers that are attracted are honest and authentic. So it brings about real change. We can identify ourselves. And with a 6-part series, I'm really excited about what each presenter has to bring to the table, because everyone has a different perspective and viewpoint on how we look at that topic of identity. It's just huge. And I feel like you can never get enough of learning about identity. Like I said, every day it's something new. You may feel like you've conquered something in one season, and in another season, you could possibly feel defeated.
Yeah.
And so you can come to the vault.
Come to the vault.
And get that inspiration, that motivation that you need.
Yeah. You said the vault, and I thought of the well. Like the woman at the well.
Come to the well.
Come to the well.
I love that.
Ooh.
I don't know. You may
never thirst again.
Hey, you may be coming. She's going to be stirring up something. If I know her, stay tuned. We're going to hear about the well.
Oh, that's good. That really might be into becoming her.
Yes. That's good. Oh, that's good. She's catching a revelation right now.
Yeah, I am. Like I could really be going into something. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about how relationships influence or distort our identity.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I think that's very prevalent right now. Even if it's not a personal relationship, how it can influence or distort your identity. Let's think about like social media, because we're all there. Whether your social media is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, right? You have a relationship with those followers, or isn't everybody called a follower now? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But you have a relationship with these followers, whether you're a follower or you have people who are following you. And then depending on what you see when you scroll social media, it can either encourage you or discourage you and messes with your identity. You know, you ever see a lot of like influencers, whether they be POV influencers or cooks or hairstylists, whatever type of influencers, a lot of times they'll say, I have to take a break. I have to take a break sometimes because it can really distort your own image. We're like, who am I? Or if you have to scroll social media all the time and you're really like more of a consumer where you're just taking it all in, you can start to feel confused. Like, I don't even know what I like. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or you see someone where somebody say hashtag relationship goals, and you see a relationship you think you want until it hit the fan and we find out this was really just a deal to bring it to the people. Right. And it's not even authentic. And so I think that, yes, even let's just say personal relationships. Actually, I was just talking to my daughter about this because my daughter's 22 and her friend got married when they were 21. And so my daughter, this is her best friend. She's now married. So she has other responsibilities now. She's a married woman. I's married now. She's a married woman. So she can't hang as much as she used to. She can't talk to you as much as she used to. And I asked my daughter, I said, well, how do you feel about this relationship now? Because it's different. It's a different season for her. And you're not in that same season. And for her, she said, now that I look back, I think I was a bit jealous. Because we used to just be able to do everything. They're like, you want to go eat? You want to go hang out? You want to hang out after class? And now it's like, you want to go eat? Oh, I can't, girl. You know, I got to go home. Blah, blah. You want to go hang? Oh, I can't. Me and my husband. And so now she's starting to feel some type of way. Yeah. And so I think it can sometimes make you feel, and I asked her, I said, did it make you feel like you wanted a relationship? She's like, a little bit. Yeah, I did. And so I think that our relationships can sometimes encourage or discourage or distort our own identity, because now you may be yearning for something that is not the season for. Right. That's not your season. Right. That's her season, but it's not your season. Or that's their season, but it's not my season. And it should not, it's not that it won't, but it should not distort our own identity. Yes. That's so But sometimes it does. Let's be real. Real talk. Right. Exactly. And I can see how that happens. And so often it's just so captivating. Yeah. You know, you get so caught up in it. I have before with scrolling. And you're looking at this stuff. Look, y'all.
I have tried to do some of this recording to post on social media.
Mm.
And I just think to myself, how in the world do they take the time to do all of this?
I think that too.
It is
It's a job.
a lot of work.
That's a job.
To make it look however it is they want the audience to perceive them.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that, because it's not always good.
Yeah.
It's whatever they want you to perceive is the scene that they're setting up for you.
Because that's what sells.
Yes.
Like, are you really posting you and your husband arguing? Like a real argument, not the little scripted ones.
For real.
A real one. But you're going to post that picture where you guys are smiling. And we know right before you post that picture, you're like, can you just take this picture with me? I'm trying to get everybody to think that we still together.
Right. And I remember those days.
Yeah.
I remember the times when I was married and we just had a literal knockdown drag out in the car before we got out and smiled like everything was just fine and dandy.
Hey,
going in. Hey, praise the Lord.
How's your mom? Tell her I said hi.
And then you telling him,
say hi. Can you please wait?
And you know, right.
Real life can be so
real
fake
life
sometimes.
Right. Real life. That's, yeah, for real.
But that's somebody's reality. And we're not laughing at the situation.
Right.
It's more so, like you said, what the question is, do our relationships encourage or distort our identity? And why would you have to do that? Because you really are trying to protect your identity on what other people may think about me. I don't want people to think my marriage failed. I don't want people to think that I'm not good. So I smile all day and I'm cheery all the time and I'm hurting on the inside. And it's okay to be like, today is not a good day.
Yeah, it's just not
a good day today.
Yeah.
I'm going to get through it.
Yeah.
But right now, and sometimes you need a moment. And okay, so my personality, I am always cheery. Like, I wake up and I have a cup of coffee. Like, I have to laugh every day, all day. Like, God gave me laughter. Like, it's medicine. And it ain't even that something's wrong. I just really enjoy a really good laugh. Yeah. Like, I like that laugh that is like, you just don't breathe. It's like, it's just like, you don't even hear nothing. It's just like, and then your stomach is in that. Yeah. If y'all don't know by now, I'm a fool, okay? But I like a good laugh. Yes. But then there are times where I may be like reflective and I could sit somewhere and just be staring off. And my family be like, are you okay? But, oh yeah, I'm thinking of something. But it's okay to be like, okay, right now, I'm not okay. Yeah. And I think this is what this is all about. Finding yourself, identifying the behaviors and the traits that you may have and getting down to the bottom of why. Why do I have it? Yeah. And I'm excited about the pastors, the therapists, the life coaches that are going to teach us how to deal with some of these things and teach us where we were talking about earlier, where sometimes you could just be numb. You've trained yourself to be numb. It is like your thing. I have people in my life where they're just like, oh, I'm just numb. Yeah. I just choose not to think about it, choose not to feel what it brings to my heart or my mind or my body when I think about it. So I'd rather just be numb. Yeah. But it's not addressing the issue. Right.
And there's a word for that.
Ooh, I'm excited about that.
So the therapist is going to talk about that word.
Yeah. That way I can tell myself.
She's going to describe it.
Yeah.
And how it affects our identity.
That's good.
So, man, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. We could probably talk about this for another hour and it still not be enough because it's just going to be that fruitful.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. So with that being said, I cannot imagine that you are not chomping at the bits right now for the opportunity to sit and listen. So this 6-part series on a woman's identity and the importance of it is going to begin on December 18th. And let me tell you, December 18th and an episode will drop on Christmas Day.
All right now.
Okay.
Merry
So
Christmas.
we're not taking Christmas off. It's going to drop like it's supposed to.
And you know what? Since it's going to drop, you should definitely turn your notifications on.
Definitely.
So that you know when it drops.
Yes.
And if you haven't subscribed, you just need to subscribe. Just go on to do yourself a favor, because that's what the algorithm will just let you know when she's here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
And share it with somebody.
Definitely.
Y'all know people that need it.
Mm-hmm.
We all do.
We all do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll always watch a video on identity. Yeah. Always.
Yeah.
Always something new to learn.
So look, there's a lot of equipment around us. So if you want this to continue coming to you, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on.
Absolutely.
So you can continue to hear Real Talk, Real Change podcast.
Yay.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining. We love you.
See ya.
Thank you for joining me today on the Real Talk, Real Change podcast, where we don't hide from our story, we rise from our story. If this episode reminded you that you are seen, loved, and never forgotten, share it with another woman who may be silently hurting during this season, because healing grows deeper when we grow through it together. To watch the full episode or to join the Butterfly Tribe community, a space for healing, identity, and becoming, come connect with me on YouTube at Real Talk, Real Change podcast, or use the link in the show notes. And sis, if you're ready to start living on purpose, planning with purpose, and becoming her intentionally, you can find the Lux Life Planner, the Becoming Her Identity Calendar, and the Becoming Her Fashion and Purpose Calendar in my Etsy shop. You can search Simply Digital TK or click the link in the show notes. Now, sis, walk in identity, not in how you feel, but in who God called you to be. Because you are seen, you are chosen, and you still belong. I'll see you in the next episode.
Real talk.